And one more thing, just want to say this just even further. You have it where you dislike the recent Suicide Squad movie because it didn't really have any Easter eggs, didn't really had the previous films. Well, gee, nobody gives a shit about uh, David Ayer's cut of the fucking Suicide Squad movie. And also another thing is, people like me are at the point to where DC movies where we just want a good fucking movie. We don't care about Easter eggs. That shit's on Star Wars. That shit is gonna be on fucking Batman or fucking if you want to have an argument of continuity, Shazam and Black Adam. That's really it, buddy. And also Marvel as well, because you don't have a continuity with DC films. They sabotage that entire fucking universe to such a degree that people like me are just don't give a shit. People like me just don't care anymore. You couldn't tell me I'm wrong. Because if you do, you better have a fucking argument. Because you couldn't tell me what David Ayer did better of what James Gunn did. I could argue fucking Will Smith was just playing him fucking himself. And that's not an opinion. It's a goddamn fact. There's not a moment to where Will Smith played a character in that god-awful trash film. There really isn't. You could argue with me at the end of time. And I'm opening the doors. If you want to have a little bit of a conversation, I would love to have that. But yet again, here's the thing. The difference between you and me is I know DC is screwed. I know DC is so fucked to the certain degree that you have to no choice. It's not a fucking option. Clean everything and start from scratch. That's how I truly believe. And I personally believe the first step was the Joker. You know, people didn't really believe that movie was going to be great. Well, behold, it was one of the best comic book movies of that time. And I would say it was the best movie in a long time to such a degree that it reminded of what they were. Self-contained trilogies and continuities. That's all they are. That's all they always will be. And I mean always will be. They don't have the pair of balls and the mindset of a cinematic universe. Zack did. But yet again, everyone hated Zack and they wanted to copy Marvel because they were so fucking jealous that Marvel was doing something that they should have done in the very fucking beginning for decades. If it wasn't for Zack, we wouldn't have Wonder Woman. If it wasn't for Zack, we wouldn't have Aquaman. Flash, I can't even say anything about that. That's a Warner Brothers project. That's a project that I'm personally am only going to watch it just for curiosity. And whatever James Gunn does, if it's a Justice League versus Suicide Squad movie, if it's another Suicide Squad film, or a potential Justice League of America film, it's going to be drastically different. It's not going to do what Zack and everyone else did. It's not going to do that. It's not going to do that. The days of having continuities are long over. That shit died when Justice League came. Justice League came and went and killed the entire DC universe. The evidence is there. And I'm using my argument. I'm using Zack. I'm using everything. If you want continuity, you go somewhere else. You go watch the animated films. You go play the games. You go watch the cartoons. Go watch the TV shows. Whatever. You will not have that in the botch shit can DC universe that we have now. And the only good movies is Shazam and Black Adam. That's it. Can't even trust them with Aquaman. They killed Wonder Woman. And honestly, I'm expecting Aquaman 2 to be god awful. So, yeah, I think I'm done. I had my argument, and I'm not against you disliking Suicide Squad 2. I have no problems for you disliking it. That's on you. I have no business on that. What I do have a hold on for a moment. You expect them to pretty much do a continuity? Are you fucking dumb? You obviously are, because this is fucking Warner Brothers. This is a bunch of studio that does not give a fuck about us. They care about the goddamn cash. And yeah, I got nothing else to say. I got nothing else to say. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. Hey, it is what it is. I'm done now, and I got nothing else to say. I got fired up a bit. I got fired up pretty hot, and you couldn't tell me that I'm wrong. And I said everything I wanted to say. If you want to talk to me, I'll always there to talk to you. If you want, I'll bring you on board, or you'll bring me on board your channel, whichever. That's on you. You're always welcome in my channel to talk and discuss about DC and Marvel and everything between on that. But yet again, at least with Marvel and the other DC shows, I can have somewhat of enjoyment factor without getting insulted. The only things I trust in movies is the Matt Reeves Batman movies, and I'll say this: that Matt Reeves Batman movies better last past a trilogy. I want 5 or 6 films out of Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves. I want that, and if that doesn't happen, I'm going to be disappointed yet fucking again. But yet again, it is what it is. I don't expect this universe to last that much longer. I think Shazam and Black Adam are going to have their movies and be done with it. I'm expecting fucking Aquaman to end its trilogy and then slowly replace those characters with newer takes and have their own continuities, just like the Joker, just like the Matt Reeves Batman movies. That's all they are. They don't know how to do a shared universe. They don't. Because if they truly did, they would have that already established years ago, decades ago. Instead, they don't do none of that crap, and they clearly do not give a fuck. The evidence show. And that's why James Gunn was asked, should I watch the recent movies? And he said, no, you don't need to watch the other DC movies because there is no point for it. Why get invested on something that really no one gives 2 shits about? I think I'm done now. You could tell me I'm bitch ass wrong. I don't give a fuck. I have nothing to lose. I know I'm right. And seeing you asking the most ridiculous bullshit I've ever seen is literally blows my mind. It blows my mind how a DC fan asks, hey, I would like to have a continuity mention and Easter eggs. Why? Why? You have almost half the DC movies to be good or bad, and why even bother mentioning the other films? Unless it's a specific character like Harley Quinn. But yet again, Harley Quinn's starting to go downhill because, I mean, granted, it was great to see her live action, but really, I mean, at this point, it's just like every other character. And I don't care about Boomerang. I don't care about fucking Deadshot. I don't care about any of those characters in the first Suicide Squad movie. In fact, I was fucking happy that all got killed off, except Harley. Harley's a moneymaker. You don't kill her off. You don't have a pair of balls to do that. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see how things go in the near future. Hell, I could be right in what I said. All they're good at is just do trilogies and self-contained movies. That's the only thing they can do. That's the only thing they have the pair of mind to do. They only have a pair of minds to just do their little bullshit, and don't have the brain cells to do a shared universe and also have an entire trilogy of fucking Superman. It's a crime and a shame that the Henry Cavill actor is pretty much looked upon as a failure or a missed opportunity. It's either one or the other. But anyway, I'm done now. I got nothing else to say. See you later. If you want to talk to me, the door's open.